What's up guys, I'm Nathan, and in this video I'm gonna be showing you guys the updated All-Star Tower Defense Infinite Mode tier list. So do not tell me about story mode characters and how they should be in S. I'm gonna try to give an explanation for each of them, so be sure to watch all the way till the end. So S tier is going to be for the meta units, A tier is going to be for the very good units, B tier average, C tier below average, and D tier bad. Armin is going to be B tier. Blackbeard 6 is going to be S tier. Aqua A tier. Asta higher on A tier than Aqua because Aqua is pretty freaking useless. Then Shanks also A tier. Blackbeard 5-star C tier. Bulma S tier, but we have a new money tower, guys. But I'm still gonna put Bulma in S tier. And if you're wondering why, it's just the question of, is it worth it to use all that EXP just to get something so similar? Because Escanor or Salesman is going to give you 2600 and Saber is going to give you like 2800, so it's really not a big difference, and you're gonna have to feed the character all the way to level 80. So you can use Bulma if you want, it won't make a massive difference. But when it comes to meta, of course, Saber and Salesman are going to be the characters you want to use. And then Kaido is D tier, Sanemi is D tier, Darui is probably top D tier. Then Rengoku is A tier, Rengoku 5-star is probably another D tier, Gon is D tier, Aladdin is D tier, Guts friggin' S tier. With that bleed, he's pretty OP. Then this character Gilgamesh A tier, Yusuke probably top A tier for infinite mode. I don't think he's meta, but for story mode I think he replaces Conan. Then Goku God is going to be S tier, still a pretty good character, but definitely not the best character anymore. Then this dude is probably going to be somewhere around A tier, Golden Frieza, because he's definitely not meta for infinite mode. Itadori probably going to be another A tier, pretty decent character. Warhammer Titan another D tier. Saber of course is going to be S tier. The best money tower as of now, but only by around 200 cash, so not a huge deal. Ichigo probably needs an orb, B tier. Then this guy Jiraiya, I'll put him in bottom A tier. Jotaro is probably going to be top A tier. He's not the meta time stopper, but he's still a good time stopper. Then we have Jotaro 5-star, who's going to be not B tier, bottom A tier, because well, he does time stop. Then Light Yagami, I'm gonna put him in bottom S because some meta loadouts probably still have him, because 600k damage is still no joke, but definitely not the best character anymore because a lot of the new characters do have damage with that range. But still, I will put him at bottom S. Then we have Gohan, who's going to be probably another maybe bottom A tier or top B tier. I'll probably put him on top B tier. Then this guy probably C tier because at least he hits air. Sasuke C tier. Nami probably going to be another C tier because she does give money after all. Broly probably going to be an A tier, around there. He's pretty decent, I suppose. Then we have Yuno, who's going to be another C tier. He does hit air after all. Minato is going to be probably bottom A tier, or rather top B tier, because it's really not worth grinding for him. Vegito, easy S tier. Vegito is freaking OP. He's just next level. Then we have Maka, who's going to be probably B tier. Gojo, who got a new summer skin, but yeah, he's going to be S tier because yes, he is the meta time stopper for infinite mode. Erwin S tier, you can't not go without him. Akaza D tier. Usopp probably D tier, he only hits you know what, I'll put him bottom C tier because he has good range. Escanor bottom A tier, no longer that good, probably needs an orb. Obito probably top D tier. Emiya probably bottom B tier. Luffy probably a C tier, I guess. Luffy 6-star, probably another bottom A tier, I guess. like around there. Then Ace with his orb, probably another A tier. I think he needs AoE Circle because it would make sense for his animation. Mob Psycho's pretty useless. Giorno C tier, I guess, bottom C tier because his damage is a little bit higher than these characters. Trunks will be right below Gohan. Boo is a pretty good character, guys. I'm gonna put him like at mid A tier. He is actually very solid. I'm probably gonna get the orb because I do have Boo, and it's not meta but still pretty good. Natsu is probably top C tier. Nagato is probably going to be somewhere there in A tier. Coyote Stark, C tier. He does have 1000 damage. Then we have Roy Mustang, who's going to be top B tier. Roy Mustang is a decent character, but definitely not meta, and not even A tier for infinite mode. Kuma is probably going to stick around somewhere in A tier, maybe a little bit higher, right there. Overhaul is going to be C tier. His damage is also fairly decent. Magellan B tier because of the slowness. Whitebeard probably another one around right there with Nagato. Whis is pretty useless. Meliodas probably another bottom B tier right there. Dio is probably going to be over here in A tier. I'll put Escanor higher than the Time Stoppers. Mihawk is probably A tier. Mihawk is still a pretty decent character, but it's very difficult to use Mihawk on the new map, so I definitely do not recommend for you to get him. But yeah, he is decent. Then we have Rukia, who's going to be over here in A tier. Byakuya, who's going to be then C tier. Meta Knight, who's going to be A tier. And before you get triggered, Meta Knight isn't meta. It's pretty obvious at this point. Meta Knight is not that OP. Escanor is going to be S. Luffy is going to be... This is just a duplicate, don't worry about that one. Then we have Netero, who's going to be somewhere around there in A tier. He's still a pretty decent character, but not really meta anymore. I'll probably move him even lower because yeah, he's no longer that special. Hopefully he will get an orb. Then we have Handsome Joe, who's probably going to be another B tier. I mean, his AoE cone is pretty tricky to use in the meta map. Then Zoro is also going to be there in B tier. Silver Zoldyck probably bottom A tier. Merlin probably going to be in A tier again because Merlin is pretty decent for range boosting. If you're in a trio, he is a possible meta, but of course we do have the Blue Eye Orb. Then we have Kento Nanami, who's probably going to be another A tier. He's not bad. Then Mugetsu Ichigo, probably going to be around there in A tier, I guess. A little lower than these characters, to be honest. Conan probably going to be another A tier. Not a bad character to use, but definitely not the best character to use. Tatsumaki probably going to go down a little bit mid, I would say. Below these characters, but right above Kento Nanami. Yugi is probably going to be another A tier. I suggest you get him because most likely 6-star Yugi will come next update, most likely. So I'll put him right there in A tier. He's decent, but again, since he's a heal unit, his type of range and AoE cone is really tricky to use, and his damage is not special enough for that. We have Endeavor, who's probably going to be right above this guy. Then we have Itachi, the big disappointment, who's going to be another B tier. He's really not that good. Garp is probably going to be... Garp was not too bad. He's going to be an A tier. Giorno, 6-star, is definitely going to be bottom S tier just because some meta loadouts do use him. So yeah, I mean, you can use him if you want. You know what, I'm actually going to put him on top A tier because that cooldown on the rewind is just not good enough. Then we have Kirito, who's going to be top A tier. Just because, I mean, not everyone will probably use him because as you can see, we have a lot of units and a lot of slots are already filled. So yeah. Then we have this character, Funny Valentine, who's also going to be A tier. Kovegu Gojira is going to be in S tier, still pretty much he's still meta. Then Zenitsu is probably going to be somewhere there, around there in A tier. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this tier list. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.